Welcome back, everyone, to Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, Lost Mine of Fandale for character creation. I'm Ross or McD, your host and DM as always. We're joined here by Duncan, who still, sadly has Kasur as his name on
Just
on
realised.
Roll20. Not Kasur anymore. Kasur, the only survivor from the dramatic and violent
Bloodbath.
consequences of Natalie's I don't know, fall into insanity. I'm not. No one knows what that was about. So slightly different this time. You're going to be not too different. It's pretty much the exact same stuff. You just want to open up this character creation sheet and have a wee look through that. We're still obviously in the Forgotten Realms, all the stuff that comes with that. I'm not going to explain it again. I've made a little nice table because I am so great as a DM of all the different races that's available, and then also that link which somehow hasn't linkified below. Where the fuck did that go?
There's some new ones.
So I'm allowing you more access to races, and we're going to also roll for stats. There we go. We're also going to roll for stats, which should give you better stats. But so you're going to get 3 rolls where you roll 4 dice or d6, and then you add them all together, and you drop the lowest. It's going to do it all for you because I'm of course the best, and it should give
So
you an
40.
average better. Yeah, if you go into your settings tab, you see a macro for stats.
Oh,
Oh no, hold on. Yeah, now you'll see a macro for stats, and you can just open that up and click it, and it'll roll them all.
perfect.
So let me give you a character to edit as well. You can use that. So if you click that, that'll give you all your stats.
Cool. Oh wait, if I do the roll now.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, there we go. So you can either take any of those. So like they're each a set, so you can take one set, or you can take that standard. What was it? 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, or you can take that. So up to you, what one you'd like.
So I can take one or the other.
Yeah, you can take any of those 3, or you can take that bottom one. And obviously, the problem with rolling your stats is that some people
So
are
the
going to
higher
get
number the better.
higher's better. Remember, it's exactly the same. The problem with
So
rolling your stats is that different people can get a more powerful character, which is unfortunate. But so those are
I'll
just
take the
adding all
last.
up. So you want to take the 70 one, or do you want to take the 8 plus 10 one?
That should be a 72, I think, that bottom one.
Oh really? Let me add that up then. Because sometimes, having a
72.
particular, like if you want to have a dump stat, depending on what, yeah, you're right. If you want to have a dump stat, depending on what type of stat,
Oh
like,
right, are those the ones where they'll be going in? So
for example, say you're playing like a super duper fighter or something, you could just put 2 7s in intelligence or something, and charisma, for example. So something to
that's right.
consider. Or you can go with the 72.
Actually, I'll take the 70.
Say the 70.
Slightly
Okay.
more balanced with a couple of overpowered ones.
Sure, no problem at all. Okay, so go ahead and stick that in to your character sheets up there and open there, and then we can see the kind of concept you have of your character as you fill that in there. So you are thinking of being a bigger, tougher, stronger
Yeah,
person this time around.
210.
Two 10s, 2 11s, and 2 14s. Very balanced indeed.
So not the most intelligent person.
Well, 10
Doesn't
is
necessarily.
10 is completely average. If you had like a 7 in intelligence, I think it's 3. After 3, you're not able to speak or communicate with people.
So it's like the old Fallout game where you could actually make your guy like,
Yeah, exactly.
medically retarded.
Yeah, and they just go, I've a character in another campaign who's only able to speak 18 words, and he roleplays that, so he's like, yes,
Aye.
no,
You've seen
yes, yes,
Guardians of the
yes.
Galaxy. You can get past with one word.
That's true. That's true. Well, that's like 3 and 4
Or,
sometimes. Because he says I am, and then he says at the end
oh,
we are. So that's technically 5 words that you're fine. Spoilers. Um, okay, so what race do you want to be then? Choose your race first.
these choices I've forgotten. Right. You tell me a bit more about the rest of them. I know up to human, relatively know about gnomes, half elves, half orcs.
Yeah, sure. Do you have the PDF there with you?
I should be able to get it up on that.
Because there's, at the very start of the player's handbook description, there is like where it says, let's see what page it is. Page 12 on the player's handbook. I don't know if you have the player's handbook open or the other one.
Yeah, we've just got to open it.
Or the basic rules. I don't know where it is in the basic rules, but I'll just look. Because different characters get different bonuses to their classes.
Yeah.
To their, not to their classes, even to their stats. So, for example, I think a half orc gets a +2 to strength, and so do Dragonborn and Mountain Dwarfs.
Is it Dragonborn in the sense of Skyrim, or?
So a Dragonborn. Let's see. I'll see if I can read the description. It's nothing like Skyrim. It's an actual physical lizard person. Let's see. So here you go. I'll show you on. There you go. If you look at my camera. If you look at my camera, and that's what Dragonborn is, in black and white, obviously.
Alright.
So it's like a proper lizard person. You can of course just Google it and like put D&D after it, and you'll see it. So if you want to go something, because you are wanting to do something strong, so that's kind of. There's also a new race of like half giants, I suppose would be the best, easiest way of understanding them. So obviously they're tough. They're called Goliaths.
The handbook doesn't have Goliaths in it.
No, that's in the there's that's in the elemental. You see in the little character creation thing, I've done a little table.
Yeah.
And it tells you what's in. Yeah, so the DMG you don't have that, but the elemental evil, what's it? Elemental something. What's it? I've got elemental evil, which is just this PDF. It's on the link I just sent in Facebook. Asimir are like half angels. So tieflings are half demons. Asimir are half angels.
Okay. Alright. Let's go. And the Arakara?
Arakara are birds, basically. They're bird people.
And the Genasi, they look like they're elementals.
Genasi are like humans, but each of them are touched by planes, so fire, water, air, and earth. So yeah, so like maybe there's a fire elemental in your past history or something like that, or your parents were near when the worlds touched and there was a huge explosion of some sort of elemental magic, and that's how you were born. Kind of corrupted. You've got like special abilities, like you can breathe underwater if you're water, things like that. Again, that's all in the PDF linked in Facebook. Elemental. It's
I'll go with Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. Okay. Cool. Let me just get that up then. So a Dragonborn gets a +2 to strength. and a +1 to charisma.
I need to do that. +1 to strength.
+2 to strength, and then +1 to charisma. So strength 16, charisma 12. Yeah. Okay, and then we go into your background. Actually, before we go in core stats, your speed is 30. So back to core stats. On the right there is 30. Okay, and then background. So age, young dragonhawk grow quickly. They walk hours after hatching and maintain the size and development of a 10-year-old child by the age of 3 and reach adulthood by 15. They live to be around 80. Now, you can't like just roll for the determining what age you are and stuff like that. That's all available,
Yeah,
or
I'll
you can
roll
just
for it.
choose. Okay, let's see. Let me just look up what the roll is. And there's rolling for height and stuff. See if you click at the very top, or the character creation PDF, the very first imager link. You see it says a rough flowchart. Yeah, that's it. And then you want to look in the bottom left. There's a random height and weight table.
Right at the bottom left.
I'm somehow. Where's the fucking roll here?
Spell slots.
So you see it?
Class.
It's all the way down at the bottom left. It says random height and weight. Oh no, sorry, it's not at the bottom left. It's a bit middle left, underneath the like dwarf, where it says dwarf and halfling and stuff. Okay, I'm having trouble finding the age, so you just have to choose your age. Can't find the roll for it.
Random height and weight, right? Okay. Right,
You'd
so
be at
for
least
Dragonborn,
15,
base height 5'6".
and then you add that. So what you do is you roll a 2d8. Dragonborn are obviously extremely tall.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find there's a description somewhere of them, of how big they stand. Dragonborn are taller and heavier than humans, standing well over 6 feet tall and averaging almost 250 pounds, right? So you're 11 inches. I wish they
11
used
inches above 5'6", so 6 foot.
6
No,
foot
yeah.
5.
6'5".
So very tall. And then for your weight, the way the weight works is you do 2d6, and then you times that by what you got under height.
Right, so that's these.
So you start at 175 and you can end up at a ridiculous weight. So you do 9 times 11, 99 plus 175. So you weigh 274 pounds. So
Well,
yeah.
for that height, that's not bad. If you're a big guy.
Let's see, BMI. Let's find out. Shall we? What's your BMI?
Oh god.
Okay, so you're 6'5", and you weigh how much was it?
274 pounds.
200. Oh my god, I can't. It won't let me do that on that calculator. It's like converted to stone.
Hey Siri.
Oh, here we go. 274.
274 pounds in stone.
32.5. That's a beast.
Siri, you're useless.
Okay,
So it's
so
just divided by 16.
for what? I don't know.
What? Oh, you have to roll it.
Why would you divide by 16? I don't know how that works. It came out to 35 anyway, which is a beast. Oh, okay, so let's see what it is. So yeah, your age would be at least 15. Like if you're between 15 and 20, that'd be quite a young adventure kind of thing.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
just choose that or will I roll
Yeah,
for it?
choose it. I couldn't find the row, so you have to choose it.
Right, what is your looking? I don't have that for Dragonborn. Right, okay, so 15, 10 is when they hit. No, 15 is when they hit adulthood, you said.
Yeah.
I'll make 22.
22. Okay.
So not too old. Mature Dragonborn.
Okay, so a little about Dragonborns. Born of dragons, as their name proclaims, the Dragonborn walk proudly through a world that greets them with fearful incomprehension. Shaped by draconic gods or the dragons themselves, Dragonborn originally hatched from dragon eggs as a unique race combining the best attributes of dragons and humanoids. Blah 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 blah. Dragonborn look very much like dragons, standing erect in humanoid form, though they lack wings or a tail. The first Dragonborn has scales of vibrant hues matching the colours of their dragon's skin, but after generations it's kind of gone down a little. Their small fine scales are usually brass or bronze in colour, sometimes ranging to scarlet, rust, gold or copper green, and you will choose what colour you are in a moment because it makes a difference. They are tall and strongly built, often standing close to 6.5 feet tall and weighing 300 pounds or more. Their hands and feet are strong, talon-like claws with 3 fingers and a thumb on each end. The blood of a particular type of dragon runs very strong through some of these Dragonborn clans. These Dragonborn often boast scales that more closely match those of their dragon ancestor: bright red, green, blue or white, lustrous black or gleaming metallic gold, silver, brass, copper or bronze. And the way dragon society is organised is in clans. To any Dragonborn, the clan is more important than life itself. Dragonborn owe their devotion and respect to their clan above all else, even their gods. Each Dragonborn's conduct reflects in the honour of their clan, and bringing dishonour to the clan can result in expulsion and exile. Each Dragonborn knows his or her station and duties within the clan, and honour demands maintaining the bounds of that position. Continual drive for self-improvement. So you can read all this later on while you work on your backstory as well afterwards if you want to change anything. But you have to choose now your draconic ancestry. So what dragon are you descended from? The way it works in this in D&D 5e is there chromatic dragons and there's metallic dragons. Metallic dragons are silver, gold, bronze, copper, and those are the good guys. And chromatic dragons, red, black, blue, green, white, red. No, I said red already. White. I think got them all.
Black, blue, green, red, and white.
Yeah, black, blue, green, red, white, and there's also a silver good dragon. So they're all like opposed. So a black. So hold on. I'll show you this.
Yeah, black and copper, blue and bronze,
Like there
brass
it is right there.
and red.
You see that there?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at just now.
Oh, you've got that on. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's all I need to look for. So you have to choose one of those, and you, as a Dragonborn, get to fire, get to breathe your appropriate dragon. So some dragons fire lightning instead of fire. It's not just classic. Some fire acid or stuff like that. So that's what you would. So you get the draconic ancestry changes your
I'll go silver.
silver. Okay, so that was a good dragon in past times, and you breathe a sheet of ice white cold and a cone around you. Okay, so silver, obviously, if you want your scales would probably be a silver then, as associated with that. And again, your eyes. You don't have hair. Dragonborn don't have hair, so size is medium.
So shall I put silver in the hair part?
Yeah, sure. Say silver skin or something, up to you. Yeah. So you can look up if you Google silver dragons, that kind of gives you, or even silver dragonborn, can give you an idea of what they look like, and some other people's the normally bright blue eyes, I would say, representation of that cold. Pretty much just white. Yeah, ice blue. Okay, your vision is just normal vision, so just put normal. You don't see in the dark or anything like that. Even though dragons can, that's an ability that's been lost to you.
Mm.
You can speak Common and Draconic, which is pretty obviously the language of the dragons. And your alignment, Dragonborn tend to extremes, making a conscious choice for one side or other in the cosmic war between good and evil. So there's these huge dragon gods, Bahamut and Tiamat. Tiamat is the seven-headed evil one, and Bahamut is the good one. So Dragonborns are kind of split in who they follow in that. There's very little room for middle ground in this battle between the two sides. And people are always trying to resurrect Tiamat to end the world.
Yeah. Right.
Potentially the follow-on to Lost Mine of Fandelver is called Horde of the Dragon Queen, which might give you a clue to what if your character survived that entire time. Which you could.
What are the alignments?
So the alignments,
Chaotic
chaotic good. There's a good description of them all. Let me get that. Where is that? It's on that. See if you look at that character sheet, the flowchart thing.
Ah, the flowchart.
And right underneath where that was that little graph of the height and weight, there is this alignments thing. By the way, the person who wrote this was user Red Rock on Reddit, so shout out to them.
That's useful.
So again, you can really.
I'm already silver, so I think you could really.
Yeah, no, I mean you don't have to. You could reject your heritage if you really wanted to, but it's entirely up to you. I mean, there's always way. Well, these are like broad strokes that shape the entire culture of Dragonborn and what people might assume of you. There's always ways to write your character so that for some reason you're different and you don't fit in. The classic, of course, being the drow who was brought up to be good and didn't commit evil.
Yeah.
That's in Dritz. I don't know if you've heard of Dritz.
No. Oh wait, that name does ring a bell.
He's a famous dark elf. Everyone copies him.
I'll stick with chaotic good like it was last time.
Chaotic good, okay. So chaotic good creatures act as their conscience directs with little regard to what others expect. And there's a good website as well that gives further in-depth stuff about chaotic good that I might link to later on. And obviously on page 122 of the PDF of the Player's Handbook, even not the PDF, don't know, sure, we all have the books here. It's got kind of description about all that too. Okay, gender. What gender are you?
Male.
It's pretty hard to tell one Dragonborn from another, especially for non-Dragonborn. The difference between male and female is very.
And if they still lay eggs, surely. Sexual potentially.
They do have male and female names.
No.
But I don't know if you lay eggs or anything. How curious. So your name, there is some suggested names. If you scroll up there in that PDF, just above where it had the list of dragons, you've got some suggested names: male names, female names, childhood names, and then clan names. And those are ridiculously difficult to say. Clefton Thyhalar, Dardadendrian, Delimriv, Draken Dandion, Fenkin Cabradon, Christ, Lindka Sendalor. I don't know some of these. Verth.
I'm gonna go for a childhood name.
Oh, okay. So you.
That's the backstory.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So a childhood name or nickname is often used among clutch mates, so yeah, they do lay eggs, as a descriptive term or a term of endearment. The name might recall an event or centre in a habit. So this would be something that would have been to most Dragonborn. Childhood name is something you often maybe only reveal to your close friends and family, so it'd be so certainly going to be. Yeah, certainly something interesting about why it is that that's your chosen name of choice.
go for Leaper.
Okay, sure, no problem at all. And you can work on that as we go through and fill in the rest of it. Okay, now we'll do your background. We'll do your class last. So
I'll get my clan name first, or am I just
yeah, go ahead and choose your clan name. I was going to let you think of it if you wanted. Because obviously I don't know if you want to use, because you can make it up. You don't have to use those.
Yeah, I know, but they'll be better than anyone I can make up on short notice.
And you can always change it and Google it as well later on and things like that.
Yeah, right. Cool.
I don't know what one you want to choose out of that. Mnemonis. Okay, so I think we're happy there. Yeah, we'll go do your background. Dragonborn traits, before we forget that. So, damage resistance, you have resistance to the damage type associated with your draconic ancestry. So in this case that's cold, so I'll just put that in for you. Okay. Your breath weapon, big long list of stuff about that. You basically get to cast it once every rest, so you need a short rest, and it's just very much like a spell, so I'll put that in there. And you breathe a 15-foot cone of cold damage, so it's particularly cold damage, so if you're fighting fire creatures or something like that, you might do extra. And resistance to cold means that if you took cold damage, it halves the damage. And I think is a con save they have to make for cold? Yeah, con save, okay. Cool, let's see, anything else? No. Yep, so yeah, background. So we've got the standard bunch of backgrounds that you had before. Again, look at the character sheet, the flow chart, and just look at the names of them all to get a just understanding. If you want to do something from the PDF, PHP, do let me know. And I can just go over that with you. And also, if you go in the character creation and scroll down to the bottom, it says is that the link to extra backgrounds. You have to go to this and then you have to control F for backgrounds on that page, and this is some backgrounds that some other person has created, and I enjoy these, so feel free to use any of those if you'd like as well.
Okay, let's bring the 5th edition back. Right. Prostitute.
You could, have you wanted?
No.
What are you thinking then? Are you looking at them, or any of their names jumping out to you?
No, none of them really fit.
What are you thinking of your background?
All my family's still alive for once, you know.
Okay, that's good. How unusual.
I've always been known for being too quick to act, hence the childhood name. And it means they don't think of me as being mature despite my age.
Okay.
So I've left home to try and prove myself.
So you kinda they would
back with some sort of
honor to your name,
item or head of some legendary monster to prove myself as an adult.
Okay, so often in the clan, when you're living in the clan, because of your impulsiveness, they were limiting your like maybe when they were going out, they'd be like, you stay at the back, because they didn't want you to impulse or bring dishonor in the clan. And in this case, you've decided
to Leroy Jenkins it.
Exactly, and you've said, I'm going to just Leroy Jenkins the whole world here.
Yep. pretty much.
So remember, your background is what you do also become. So before you became an adventurer, so maybe when you were a Dragonborn, you've been a Dragonborn for 7 years, which is a long time. An adult for 7 years, which is a long time in Dragonborn time. So what did you do during that time? Where I mean, you could be maybe your families of some significance, or maybe you were a soldier. That means you were fighting the entire time as part of the Dragonborn clan or something like that.
Yeah, I was fighting the entire time.
You could be a gladiator, for example. You can create your own background as well, and the way you do that is, again, it's in the middle of the flow chart, right next to that height thing. And all you do is you choose 2 personality traits from the entirety of all the backgrounds, come up with an ideal, a bond, a flaw, etc., things like that. But it's very much easier just to go with one.
Yeah. I mean, for the last 7 years, I haven't only just left the clan.
You've been out wandering the world.
Part of the way into,
So an outlander then.
Works.
Yeah,
technically.
Outlander, maybe a hermit.
Outlander / gladiator.
A hermit,
Trying to
maybe.
put myself in any way possible.
I didn't. Like, up to you. You tell me what one you want to go with then.
Yeah, a mix of gladiator and outlander.
Okay.
A roaming gladiator. How about that?
Sure.
A dragonborn with something to prove.
Okay. Well, we'll focus the stuff on Outlander then. Just because that's in the handbook. That's the legit stuff. Is that there on the right, or is that that's part of the PDF stuff? Okay, Outlander. Let's see. So you've went out marauding skill proficiencies. So the skills you get.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to put that in, it's athletics and survival.
Skills, athletics, and survival.
Okay.
So that's just yes, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. 2 proficiencies. You've got 1 type of musical instrument of your choice. So what musical instrument have you played when you were out in the wilderness?
Oh, a lute, just to be a little bit different.
That is very different.
Good at the finger picking with my pointy claws.
With your talons.
And no one would ever expect it.
No, you bring out this lute and you just start stringing along. Okay, sweet. So stick that lute in there, and the background, bottom of the background page is. Okay, and you also get to choose a language of your choice. So whatever one you want.
Is there a common tongue among goblins and stuff?
Goblin.
Or do they each have their own language?
Yeah, Goblin is going to be spoken by most. It's called Guklaik, is the language of goblins. And sometimes other, because you get different kinds of goblins, like Hobgoblin and Goblinoids are big race.
Speak a different language.
Yeah, half-orc will speak orc, but there's lots of interaction between orcs and goblins, so a lot of the time they might also speak. So yeah, you want to speak goblin?
I'll go with the goblin one, because I'll have had some dodgy dealings and some dodgy fights, no doubt.
So how did you come across learning their language then, when you're out in the wilderness?
Spent some time in the last 7 years in one place, usually places of ill repute, fighting for money.
Ah, I see, okay. And then
not even money, just fighting for
honour.
Some sense of honour.
Okay.
Right, how do I spell the goblin language?
It is spelled Guukliak.
Guukliak.
Yeah, GHUK. Okay, let's see. As you get equipment, so this is in your inventory. You get a staff, a hunting trap, a trophy from a creature you killed. So some sort of thing you've kept so far. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're going out, you're killing things, you're collecting trophies, and you're trying to get better and better trophies until you think you've got a good enough trophy to take back to your clan. So what are you taking then for that?
Wolf pelt cloak. Oh, dire wolf actually.
That dire wolf. Okay, cool. A set of traveller's clothes.
No, that's right. Right.
And a belt pouch containing, let's do a D25 to see how much you've got, because obviously you've been moving in. You're not too sure when you last spent your coin and you're getting paid and things like that. So like, instead of saying 10, let's do D25. Let's see. Oh wow, 24 gold pieces you start with. Okay, that went well for you. What's the gladiator's feature? Oh no, that doesn't really fit with you, I don't think, the hero stuff. Okay, so feature is Wanderer, so hold on, let's see if there's not a better feature for you here. Just gonna have a look at the other ones.
I just put the 20 gold in the actual gold.
That's where you do it. It's 24 gold you got. You got 24.
Belt pouch is technically in my inventory.
Yeah, belt pouch is there because it weighs something because a pouch weighs. But yeah, you want to make it, and it's 24 by the way. So.
Oh.
Let's see. No, I guess we'll have to go with Outlander then. So your feature is again the Wanderer one. You don't get lost around the terrain, and you find food and fresh water for your party. So put that in there. Much as you did previously. Did you have that before? Because I made you roll survival checks, which you wouldn't have needed to if you had that. I'm sure.
I did have that before, yeah.
Oh well, that's great.
I don't think I needed to do any survival checks though, because I pulled it up and I rolled to see if I did forage enough.
Yeah, but you didn't need, because you could do it automatically. You don't need to roll. You'll never fail to feed yourself.
Oh right.
That's what that means.
I thought it was rolled for the double.
No, that was something else that you got double from. That was your favorite terrain. So you'd be able to feed up to 10 people in your favorite terrain during one day's hunting. So that's a bit ridiculous, but yeah. So for your personality traits, there's a bunch here. I'm driven by a wanderlust that led me away from home. So you can make your own one. So you're driven by an urge to achieve glory for your clan.
To prove myself.
Yep.
Yeah, prove myself to my clan.
And also there's you've got to choose 2 here, and there's another one here. I once ran 25 miles without stopping to warn my clan of an approaching orc horde. I'd do it if I had to. So maybe something like that as well.
Wait, he's saying he once did.
He once did that, yeah.
Nah.
No. Okay, then roll a d8 then for. We'll see what one you get. I was in fact raised by wolves, so that's not true. So roll again. Three. That's the orc one. Okay, another one.
This is happening.
I want you to save the orcs, man.
No.
1. Okay, I was driven by a wanderlust. Try again.
What are the other ones? And I'll just.
I watch over my friends for their litter of newborn pups. I have a lesson for every situation drawn from observing nature. I place no stock in wealthy or well-mannered folk. Money and manners won't save you from a hungry owlbear. I'm always picking things up, absently fiddling with them, and sometimes accidentally breaking them. I feel far more comfortable around animals than people. And you could also maybe.
Money one.
There's also some in the gladiator one. There's no greater thing than standing victorious in the arena. Death comes to us all. Press me again, and you shall find yours.
Alright. Ooh, that might work.
By Jupiter's low-hanging cock, I love to put a colourful fistful of words that fall from my mouth like shit from ass into a knotted ear. So you swear like a sailor. I am beset by misfortune. Once again, God spread spread the cheeks to ram the cock.
I
of
was
the
sprung
fucking
from my
ass.
mother with sword in hand. The ways of battle are second nature, passed down from father to son.
So maybe it was even more embarrassing that you were so
Yeah. Could have been the clan chief, who knows? I'll work that out during the game.
yeah. Sure, you can work out. You've got like a week. Okay, so bonds or ideals. So ideal first. There's change, greater good, honour, might, nature, and glory. So glory is I must earn glory in battle for myself and the clan. And then gladiators of freedom, ceremony, wealth, victory, equality, and vengeance.
What was the honor one's description?
Honour is if I dishonour myself, I dishonour my whole clan.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so
Honor.
that's your ideal. You're not filling in it on the personality traits. Type it all in.
Oh,
That's what you should have been doing.
no. Right, so it was.
The first one was I'm driven by desire to glory for my clan or something, and then another one.
Uh,
And then it was I was sprung from my mother with sword in hand. The ways of battle, second nature, passed down from father to son. And for your bonds, the most important one here, the first one is my family, clan, or tribe is the most important thing in my life, even when they're far from me. That seems to suit with your outlook.
sorry, what was that?
I said for bonds, the one you've got here is my family, clan, or tribe is the most important thing in my life, even when they're far from me, which would seem to fit with what you've got at the moment.
My family clan.
Or tribe is the most important thing in my life, even when they're far from me. Okay, and you've got your flaw. Do you want to roll a d6 or?
Let's see.
Three. I remember every insult I've received and nurse a silent resentment towards anyone who's ever wronged me.
Yep.
Or from Gladiator, I've a wound that never healed correctly that acts up at inopportune moments.
I remember every.
Yeah, sure, I'll copy paste it in so you don't have to write it.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, shoot. Right, I'm going to stop touching it.
That should be fine. It looks fine for me.
Remember, so I received and nursing everything wrong.
Okay, great. And now we get to choose your class then. What class you want to do?
Right.
So we've got the usual stuff: barbarian, bard, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard.
Probably a fighter or barbarian.
So Alan was a barbarian in the last episode, this last session. So barbarian's obviously all about raging and not really wearing. You can't wear armor, but
Now I'll go fighter.
you're a fighter, okay? So as a fighter, you get D10 hit points per level. So the first time you get max, which is 10, and we're going to give you extra HP, so we're going to pretend like you've got 2 hit dice. So go ahead and roll another D10 plus your Constitution modifier.
Constitution modifier is 2, so that's 6.
So you get 12 at first level, plus 6 makes 18. So go ahead and stick that in your HP.
Okay.
And also means you've got 2 hit dice there at the bottom. So you want to move that current up to 2 for fighter.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, and your saving throws are strength and constitution, so put proficiencies in those.
Strength.
That's on your core stats. Yeah. Remember, you want to make sure your max HP is 18 as well.
Yeah, it is on mine.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just...
Oh.
Don't know. Weird. Okay, let's see. I go into class and obviously put 1 fighter level in. If you have a fighter level. Your skills, you get to choose 2 out of these. And if you choose the same one, right? There's a funny little thing you can do. If you choose the same one, so say you chose athletics, you already have athletics, it means you get to choose whatever one you want. So basically you've got 2.
Right.
So you
So
obviously,
I've got
2 free, you basically can choose any 2 you want.
Yeah, because we've got what, athletics and survival.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll put 1 in perception then. I think.
That was good.
Yeah. I like perception. Right. What's handling?
Animal handling.
Animal handling. Yeah.
It's obviously dealing with animals, calming horses. If there's wolves approaching, yeah.
Insight as well.
Insight is, yeah, understanding.
No, that's what it's doing, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, insight's understanding people when they're talking to you, seeing lies and things like that. Okay, for proficiency, so onto your background at the bottom, you're proficient with any armour and any shield, so you could wear full-on heavy plate mail, and you probably want to, considering you don't have dex. And you're proficient with simple and martial weapons.
Okay.
No tool proficiencies. Okay, so for equipment, you start with chainmail or leather, a longbow, and 20 arrows.
So chainmail or the rest of it?
Yeah, chainmail or leather, longbow, and 20 arrows.
I'll go chainmail.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead. And chainmail's obviously much heavier. You're not going to be sneaking in chainmail, but it's going to protect you a lot better than leather does. You get to choose a martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons.
Ooh, what's my choice of martial weapons?
So weapons are on page 147. It's a big nice list. There's battle axe, flail, glaive, great axe, great sword, halberd, lance, longsword, maul, morning star, pike, rapier, scimitar, short sword, trident, warpick, warhammer, and a whip. And obviously you can
140. Something.
Yeah, 149 100 is the page that's got the tables on. And that's the book page, not the PDF page, because I also don't know.
The PDF won't let me skip to a particular page because it's opened it up in just a reader on Messenger.
No, that's not good.
Page 200 there. Goes.
So some of those are two-handed, so you can only wield them. So you wouldn't having to. You'd have like you choose 2 different ones, or you could wield one with a shield, and a shield gives you +2 to your AC.
Yeah.
And with
No, I won't be using a shield. Right, that's tools.
so chainmail, you're going to start at 16 AC anyway, straight away.
So martial melee weapons.
Yep. Battle axe, flail, glaive.
Let's go for glaive.
Okay, so that's a reach weapon. So what are you you're taking a glaive. You're taking 2 melee weapons then if you're taking a shield. So 1 glaive, and what's the
One
else you're
glaive
taking?
and a scimitar.
Okay. So a glaive is you attack people when they're 10 feet away from you. It's like a long weapon.
It's like a sword on the end of a stick.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. I wonder if there's a picture of it there. There's pictures of them all. Okay, so what's your other martial weapon going to be then?
A scimitar.
Scimitar. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's 2 slashing weapons.
You get a light crossbow and 20 bolts or 2 hand axes.
Hand axes are ranged, aren't they?
You can throw hand axes, yeah.
I'll take the 2 hand axes.
And a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack.
What's in either one?
So Explorer's pack, it's on. Just scroll down from the weapons, and it's on the right hand side. It says adventuring.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. No one asked what was in them the first time. Explorer's packs, backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, rations, water skin, and rope.
50 feet now, so we wouldn't have had to have gone back to get that rope. I bet you needed to anyway. And the Dungeoneers one backpack, crowbar, hammer. So the Dungeoneer just doesn't have a bedroll. We didn't even use them last time.
Well, every time you went to sleep, I assumed you used your bedroll. Otherwise, I'd have commented on it. Though I did assume you all slept in your armor, which is something I wouldn't let you get away with. Again.
I'll take the Explorer's pack.
Okay. Let's go ahead and... I don't know why Lauren's here. Okay. Let's see. And what you get as a fighter, straight away you got to choose a fighting style. So archery, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, or 2-weapon fighting.
Are these further down?
This is on the fighters page, on page 100 and no, just 72, page 72. So archery, +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with ranged weapons. Defense, +1 bonus to AC. Dueling, +2 bonus damage rolls when you've only got 1 melee weapon in your hand and no other weapons. Great weapon fighting. If you ever roll a 1 or a 2, you can re-roll the damage.
Right. And I'll go for the dueling.
The dueling, okay.
We're gonna have more than 1 weapon in my hand.
Remember, that's a glaive. Glaive takes up two hands, so
Yeah,
you wouldn't get the benefit from glaive. But you get it from just having a scimitar and nothing else. But with a glaive, if you're mainly wielding your glaive, great weapon fighting means that if you use a 2-handed weapon, you get to reroll the damage. Protection is any creature that attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you give it disadvantage if you're wearing a shield. And 2-weapon fighting, you get to add your damage to your attack, to your second attack.
I'll go for dueling.
Okay, so when you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand, so that's if you had your scimitar and maybe a shield, or a scimitar and nothing, you'd get +2 to damage. And you get second wind, which means Once a short rest, you get to regain 10 HP, D10 HP plus your fighter level.
Okay.
Which is really, really handy if you're weak. You can second wind. That's why you get to survive so much as a fighter, very tanky. Okay, and apart from that, we are done. Trinket before I forget trinket. So a D100, please. Let's see what kind of trinket you've picked up in your travels. 97. A tiny mechanical crab or spider that moves about when it's not being observed.
And that answers that.
A pipe that blows bubbles. This is your last one. You gotta choose one of these. An empty silver snuff box bearing an inscription on the surface that says "dreams." Maybe that was your father's snuff box.
Dragons do snuff. Maybe. Yeah, I'll take the snuff box anyway.
Okay. So I'll put that in your inventory for
Because
you.
it's silver, it reminds me of my parents.
Oh yeah, silver. That's true. Okay. Is there anything else we have to do? Don't think so. You can get a token for your guy, and I'll fill in all the damage and stuff. And do see this bio page, bio and info. Edit this and type up your backstory as well. So you just like a rough guide to whenever you get free time before we play next.
There.
Yeah, so
that's allowing me to.
you type edit. Yeah, you click edit up the top right, and then you just type it all in. Just a rough kind of concept of your character. But thanks very much. I think we are done. Anything else you wanna ask? You happy?
No, I'm pretty happy.
Okay, good. Well, thanks very much for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys on Wednesday at 8 o'clock UTC, or another character creation video whenever those are. Don't have times for them. Thanks very much. Cheerio.
Bye.